I remember the day my mother appeared in my life. I was about in toddler age, living with my grandma. No one had to tell me who she was. I just knew. Look, she's my mother, I thought. I have a mother. I was filled with a joy I'd never felt before. That day, Grandma asked her to bring me down in the garden. I was outside, watching a grasshopper leap and a dragonfly hover, lost in simple childhood wonder. I was filled with laughter and joy on top of my lung. Then everything changed. I saw my mother, who had been sitting on the steps, suddenly sprint toward me. She grabbed my arm and started hitting me over and over with her big hand. I remember my own voice, a strange mix of laughter and crying, a sound of pure confusion and pain. Suddenly, I heard my grandma screaming and running. Until that moment, I had called my grandma Mama. She saw what was happening, my own mother hitting me like an enemy, my face covered in tears and spit. Grandma stood on the balcony, her lips pale, her hands trembling. Her voice was full of a pain I could feel. I looked from her neck to her face, and she quickly looked away. I cried out for help, knowing she understood, because all mothers understand a child's plea. I could see the pity in her eyes. Her heart was crying for me. Eventually, my mother stopped and stepped back. I finally got a clear look at her face. It was filled with so much rage and agony. It felt like she was taking revenge on me for something. I stare into her eyes, and her heart speaks to me, saying, "I hit to avenge you." In my toddler mind, I spoke to her heart, saying, "You're not good, so you can't be my mother. Only good can be my mother, and no one else can." This principle I buried into my heart, that my mind protects me as I grow. From that day on, I never liked her. I remember one time walking near my grandma's cousin's house, talking to myself as kids do. I heard a whistle. I turned, but no one was there. Then another whistle. I looked up and saw her standing on the balcony. I turned and ran straight back to our house, searching for my grandma. I found her in the kitchen and clung to her legs, my skin cold with fear. She stroked my hair as I buried my face in her neck, hugging her tightly. She kept telling me no one was there, but when my mother walked in, Grandma understood. And my baby, I can read and speak through the heart. I can see and hear clearly what the heart says by staring in the eyes. I couldn't understand it then, but the question haunted me. Why was my mother so full of anger and pain? Who was she really angry at, and why was she taking it out on me? It was a question I would think about for a long, long time. Question that a toddler is searching for an answer. I remember from those days, I imagine my mother hitting me, and that causes me to hit my arm. If it's painful, I cry and show it to Grandma. Luckily, Grandma says, "Stop. It hurts you." So I obey. In this experience, I learn where I get the fear. The anger of a parent causes me to hurt myself as if a guilt, and the principle that makes me stop influences my parents. This is how I learned to understand from my experience. Subscribe and follow for more wisdom stories.